England finished on top against New Zealand last weekend, though it was ultimately too little too late. Let's see if Martin Johnson's side can start strongly today. These change of colours for England will take a little bit of getting used to. The obvious similarity is with the All Blacks. Maybe a case of, if you can't beat them, join them. In appearance anyway. England's strip just a few shades darker than the grey skies overhead. This is Youngs. Straight out to Sheridan, and a lot expected of England's #1 today. Flood. And the first touch of the ball for Nick Easter, who earned so many hard yards against the All Blacks last weekend. Flood to Tyndall. The Australian defence up at a very efficient line. Sheridan now for England. Youngs to Flood. England combining well in a tight space. Moody's quick hands via Cole to Harpay. And again the Australian defence is up quickly. This is Courtney Lawes, already 7 phases for England. And that line is the Australian 22. Flood. Back into Cole. Australia being put on the back foot in the early stages here, and Martin Johnson will want to see that, Lawrence.
Certainly very, very bright start from England. I think they we talked about the intensity, and they've really set off there. Unfortunately, a little bit of turnover, just handing possession back to Australia, but a really bright, positive start from England.
Gania. Cooper. This much lauded Australian backline finally sending the ball, but it's Ben Calman who's tackled in possession, and England have forced a turnover. Youngs, the Twickenham crowd rising in support of England. Tyndall, bit of space now. Youngs involved in the move once more. And England have made up 50 metres. Fantastic noise around Twickenham. Towards the rear of the line, taken by Captain Moody. And Harpay, that's a big hit. Quick ball for England. Almost smothered. This is Ashton. And now Sheridan. Nice and controlled from England. And Laws was upended there, but it's still England's ball. Flood to Tyndall. Cleverly done into Cueto. And now this is Croft. And England for the line! It's Chris Ashton!
Fabulous score from England there. Absolutely fabulous. Broke the initial line. What a score from Chris Ashton. Try poacher extraordinaire.
This is one of the first times that he gets his hands on the ball today, but so well worked from the line out, Lawrence.
Yeah, real incisive running there from Happy. He's gone straight in there, and Ben Youngs launches the attack. Great inside ball to Mark Cueto, and then simply Crofts there on hand. A real strength there, because he still had a fair bit to do. Chris Ashton showed great strength.
Ditto. Oh, he sees a gap. Very important challenge from Courtney Lawes. Ben Alexander. Penalty to England, and Rocky Elson is the man penalised, and England take it quickly. Look at this, Toby Flood. Back to Youngs. O'Connor. Oh, he's been caught as well by Ashton. England there in numbers. 5 metres from the Australian line. This is fantastic work from England. Youngs doesn't have clean access to the ball, and Australia are penalised.
Lying on the ball and stopping Ben Youngs playing the ball.
You dive on the wrong side, deliberate and cynical.
Australia down to 14 men for the next 10 minutes. Then Australia still with 14 men on the field, and they had this penalty, which is taken quickly by Gania. More options to his right than his left. This is Pocock. Gania once more. England appear to have sufficient numbers. We'll see. This is Alexander. Helped out by Chisholm. This is as close as Australia have been to England's try line in the entire game. Sharp. Tackled very quickly by Palmer. Pressure from Australia. Gania won't get there, not yet. The turnover for England. Where did that come from? Laws to Ashton, and he's away. And space in front of Chris Ashton. He has created this all for himself. And what a moment! What a fantastic try! And against Australia of all teams.
Listen to this England crowd, they're on their feet, they're singing, they're pumping their arms, responding to what is a magnificent try from Chris Ashton. And quite rightly, all his teammates are going around there to congratulate him. Australia hammering away at the England line. Genia there. Ball's turned over by England. And look at this, Ben Youngs, who I think's been England's best player, gets his hands on the ball. You can see they've got the turnover. Instead of just kicking it away, little sidestep, and look at this from Courtney Lawes. How many second rows do you see being able to draw the man and offload it to Chris Ashton? He still had plenty of work to do. And he put himself, backed his pace. Fantastic score from Chris Ashton, and England really are now in Wonderland.
Now. Oh, mistake by Flood, and this is dangerous now as Chisholm comes forward for Australia. Connor actually tripped over the England player receiving treatment on the ground. Australia's ball. Connor to Cooper. He's got Beale just to his left. Further outside is Gitto. Australia into the England 22. Rushed recycling of the ball. Courtney Lawes been instructed to move away. Australia's handling is sloppy once more. England sense a turnover and secure it. Goal. This is Croft for England.
Turnover is good.
And a turnover for Australia once again.
Yes, that man Pocock. One might question exactly where he entered the ruck, but the referee thought it was okay and turned vital ball over to Australia.
From an entertainment point of view, Lawrence, it's been a decent game of rugby, this.
It's certainly entering the happy hour. It's a bit of a crazy phase, isn't it?
This is Gitto to his captain, Elson. Very strong hit on Moore, but the Wallabies keep it alive. And Beale, can he get onto his own kick? Curly Beale for Australia!
Well. Just when you think you've got Australia nailed down, they come back at you, and great character shown there by the Australian team. It was a bit frenetic, toing and fro from both teams, and it was a good initial hit, but Australia were able to stay on their feet. And Curly Beale just producing that little moment of skill.
England's line out is lost, and in some fashion as well. This is Burgess. Oh, Australia punishing England here. James Slipper. Moore. Cooper. Gitto's hands were quick. This is Adam Ashley Cooper. Australia revived. And it's Curly Beale once again. That is how dangerous the Wallabies can be. If you lift your guard for the briefest of moments, this team will punish you.
And again, it's come from a mistake from Dylan Hartley, an overthrow. And look at Australia really coming onto it. First Luke Burgess, and Lewis Moody made a desperate tackle there on James Slipper, I think it is. Look at that, Lewis Moody, really. But Australia able to recycle and just putting it through the hands. And as soon as Mark Coato came in, probably had no choice but to come in on the blitz.
And England record a famous victory against Australia to claim the Cook Cup. And it's the first time that England have beat the Wallabies at Twickenham since 2005. And the second time this year that Martin Johnson tastes victory against his favourite foe.